Hey guys, Ed here, and today we're going to be taking a little Transformer, and this is the Generations 30th Anniversary 2014 Optimus Prime and Roller. I'm not really sure what class they are, but they're small, and I was super excited for this guy to come out, basically because a little bit of history on this guy. There was teaser images of the box. I'll show off the box, I might as well. There was teaser images of this Optimus on one of the websites, and everyone was like, "Oh, a new version of Optimus, what could it be?" And, like, I was one of those people at the time, but then I did some reading of a very good Transformer story, and it is the IDW Transformer story. And basically, the IDW comics tell a story all about the Autobots and Decepticons, obviously, and it's about like 19 to 30 different like mini-series that all link together in one big long storyline. And the reading order is really complicated and everything, but there's actually a legitimate reading order that you can find and read them all in order, and the storyline is amazing. And over the comic series, Optimus changes designs like 9 different times due to them having different writers and different artists working on the comics. And not just Bumblebee, but like all the other Transformers have constant design changes. So this series incorporates probably about 5 to 9 changes per Transformer, rather than 1 or 2 for a television series. And honestly, the IDW Transformers line is the best Transformers story, in my opinion. It's just fantastic. It tells all the way back to the Megatron origins, about him being a worker before he actually started the Decepticons, the whole story about how he made the Decepticons, how Optimus came from just being a civilian to a cop to a soldier to the leader of the Autobots. And it's really just an amazing story, and they're pretty hard to find, but you can actually find them online, torrent places, I'm sure. But I have all of them, and I've read them all, and I love them. And this Optimus here, I have it brought up on my computer. There's his design right there from issue number, screensaver, issue number something in Transformers. But yeah, this is essentially the design of Optimus that they used for the toy. As you can see, some symbolic parts like the chest piece in there and the shoulder pads and everything. It just matches up with the toy. But essentially, yes, this Optimus Prime is from the IDW story, and we finally have a little Optimus Prime, and any figure really, from this amazing IDW story. And there are other third-party Transformers that they've made from the IDW line, and I know they're making a third-party version of this guy in a bigger scale that's like identical to the comics, and I will be getting that at some point. But for now, I'm going to be happy that we have this little guy. I'm really happy, really excited. So if you guys were wondering where this design came from, it's from the IDW comics. And yeah, so that's about it for his backstory. And so obviously here we have Optimus and Autobot Roller. And Autobot Roller is actually a character in the IDW line. He actually gets his own like makeover, upgrade, body, whatever. He's a big bot now. And obviously he's a little guy here, but this is a character actually in the comics at some point. But very cool. The toy has 4 rolling wheels. There's pins in the first 2 and not in the back 2. And the middle wheel, I don't know if that's actually a wheel or it's just something to balance out the awkwardness of the chassis, but I don't know. And good old Optimus got all 6 wheels, all roll. Pretty easy enough. Roller, as you can see, has the gun of Optimus installed in there, and he can actually hold the gun himself. But you can actually pop this out, and you can connect it back here onto Optimus's feet, and just make like a trailer-ish sort of thing. That's just sort of a gimmick they threw in there. but I guess that's alright. So I'm going to put Roller over to the side, and we're going to look at Optimus first. And normally I don't do transformations on camera, but since I just started doing reviews and not editing them, and I'm just kind of doing whatever I want now, I guess I'll transform my camera, and this is a little guy anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So, transform him. First thing I do is just open the chest like this to reveal the Autobot symbol. Pop his arms out. Very similar transformation to the G1 or any Optimus that transforms in this matter. And again, I'm apologizing for my autofocus. This camera is stupid. It's my phone camera. I don't have my DSLR battery charger with me, and it's dead, and blah. But yeah, anyway, pop open the chest, and then you just flip to reveal the head like so. And these little panels are supposed to remain out like this. So, I'll leave that. The front of the cab, fold down a little bit, rotate around here. We're going to move the entire crotch section down. If I can get it. I'm trying to pause in between the focusing things so it'll actually stay focused on this review. I really hate this camera on my phone, but it's all I have right now, so bear with me. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this little crotch piece comes up like this. You just finagle his chest like so. And there we have him. There is Optimus Prime in his glorious robot mini robot mode, whatever. Really love this toy. Very cool toy in general. Just awesome. His articulation, obviously, he's got ball joints at the elbows. The head will actually rotate around, which is very rare for a Transformer of this size. You have a joint in here in the chest. You have ball joints at the upper part here. These flaps will actually move. They don't have anything to do with the transformation, but I think something cool that you can do is you can actually pop them off and put them on like this. So it's like shoulder armor, and that actually looks more like he does in the comic, because these things come down around his shoulder pads in the comic. So, I don't know if that's what they meant to have those for there or something, but anyway. These don't like to stay open, but they are supposed to stay open to have a revealed chest piece look. But you can have them closed if you wanted, but they are supposed to be open. Ball joints here, ball joint at the knee, and that's it. But that's really cool. That's really a nice lot of articulation for a little minifigure. And then, of course, you can place his gun in there. But before I do that, it's time to show off Roller. So here's Roller. And how he transforms is sometimes this little tab will be out. All you have to do is flip it up, and then poof, there he goes. That's literally how you transform Roller. He just stands up. He's like one of those little Power Master guys from G1. His arms will move like this. He has a little bit of articulation. And if you really wanted him to, he can hold Optimus's blaster. I'm not really sure why you would ever want that, but oh well. And then he has a third mode, which is a gun. To do that, you're just going to push here, and this whole cab section is going to fall forward. Tab that little piece down like so. Tab the rifle in his belly area. And then that just goes in Prime's hand. Personally, I think this is kind of stupid because of how big it is, and kind of has a little bit of a weight issue, but I mean, Optimus, he can sort of hold it. I guess it's alright. Yeah. For a size comparison, here he is next to a deluxe class Optimus. Again, he's pretty freaking small. But, that's okay. Whoops. Pardon my camera falling. So, I guess that's about it. There's really not much more I can say about this. I got mine at Target, and I think that these are really, really nice figures. Just so we can say we one trailer robot car, 4 different mode sort of thing. But I think I just want him posed like this with Optimus. But yeah, so I'll be reviewing Bumblebee next because he is the next one in this line. There he is. And I'll tell more about Bumblebee's form and story the next time. So yeah, if you want to get this guy, pick him up. I recommend this figure if you are an IDW Transformers fan. And then I also recommend getting the third-party one, which I will try to be getting, but I'm not sure if I will. I'm going to give this figure a 9 out of 10. For what it is, it's fantastic. Articulation's great. It's got tons of details in it, and definitely room for some paint apps, but that's fine because it's freaking badass. So, that's about it, guys, and I will see you all next time.